Hey, what's up YouTube? This is JB. Today I'm talking about Final Fantasy XIII. Okay, let's start from the beginning. First of all, I have to say that I'm a big Final Fantasy fan. I own every Final Fantasy game except the third one, I think, on the Super Nintendo, which I sold when I was young. But anyways, I bought almost every Final Fantasy game there is, including Final Fantasy XIII, which I reserved the day it was announced, like 2 or 3 years ago at a GameStop. So that's about it for my Final Fantasy history. So, Dinkydana posted a video about a week ago saying is Final Fantasy dead because he bought that game, also Final Fantasy XIII, and he didn't like it very much. Okay, so most of the critics are saying that Final Fantasy XIII is not as good as the other Final Fantasies, but I have a couple of good things to say about this game. First thing I have to say is that they made the game for casual gamers. What I mean by that is if you have 15 minutes to play, you can play it because there's a lot of save points, so you can make a couple of battles and save your game and play later. So that I really liked about this game. They also did the game very, very linear, so you have only one path to take. Sometimes you have to go to get a little bonus item, but you go right back in the track. And there's about only one path you can take, so you can't possibly go wrong and waste about 1 hour of your time. That's one of the main things I didn't like about old RPGs, is that sometimes you are looking for the clue, you are looking for the place to go, and it can be frustrating at times. But when you get it, it's rewarding. So there's a good thing and a bad thing about the fact that the game is linear. Alright, now, so let's talk about the things that I didn't like about this game. First of all, I have to say that Final Fantasy XIII is not an RPG. It's more like an action game with characters. What I mean by that is that there's about no character progression from my point of view. It doesn't feel like the characters are progressing, like leveling up, because you gain experience points, yes, but you can only spend them with the Crystallis system, which is very linear. You cannot choose between strength or HP because they are all lined up, and to take the HP you have to take the strength, and that's it, there's no choice. So basically they give you points that you have to spend in a thing that you cannot make choices. So it's basically an action game. Also, the game is so linear that there's no town. There's about nothing except random dungeon, which are very, very linear, and that's about it. But one thing I have to say is that the story goes very well by the fact that the game is linear and you cannot get lost, and the game itself plays very well. It goes fast, but it's not an RPG, which we know on the PS1 and the Super Nintendo. Okay, so to answer Dinkydana's question, is Final Fantasy dead? Well, I don't think it is. Final Fantasy XIII is a good game, but it's not a traditional RPG or a Japanese RPG like we know Square Enix is capable of doing. I hope that in future Final Fantasy game they will come back to towns and leveling up your characters and basically do some traditional RPGs. Final Fantasy XIII is a good game still, and worth of buying and playing. We're looking for good RPGs these days. There's not a lot of RPGs coming up because most of the companies are focusing on graphics like this one. It's amazing. The graphics are wow, astonishing. But we need a gameplay. Alright, so this was my answer for Dinkydana's question. It's a video response. I hope you enjoyed, and post your comments about Final Fantasy. I'm looking forward to say to read what you think about Final Fantasy XIII and the Final Fantasy series overall. So thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned for new videos coming really soon.